Hi everyone! Today we're going to learn about how sound is produced. So let's get started. The human body is a very complex and amazing structure. It's made up of different systems that all work together to keep us alive. One of these systems is our skeletal system, which provides support and structure to our body. Another system is our muscular system, which allows us to move. And then there's our nervous system, which sends signals throughout the body. But did you know that our body also has a system for producing sound? When we speak, we produce sound waves with our vocal cords. These are actually folds of muscle tissue that are located in our larynx or voice box. The air from our lungs passes through these vocal cords, and by vibrating them, we create sound. The pitch of our voice is determined by how tightly or loosely we hold our vocal cords. When they're tight, the air vibrates faster, producing a higher pitch. And when they're loose, the air vibrates slower, producing a lower pitch. The volume of our voice is determined by how forcefully we exhale air through our vocal cords. The sound waves produced by our vocal cords are then shaped by the resonating chambers of our body, such as our mouth, nasal cavity, and sinuses. This is what gives our voice its unique timbre or tone quality. For example, the size and shape of someone's mouth and nasal cavity can affect how their voice sounds. That's why people who have had surgery to remove part of their nose or mouth often have difficulty speaking, and their voices sound different than before. Now that we know how sound is produced, let's take it one step further and learn about the anatomy of sound production. The first part of the process is breathing. When we inhale, our diaphragm and the muscles between our ribs expand our lungs, creating negative pressure. This causes air to rush in through our mouth and nose. The air then travels down our windpipe or trachea and into our lungs. Once the air has filled our lungs, we exhale. As we exhale, our diaphragm and the muscles between our ribs contract, pushing our lungs back to their original size. This pushes the air out through our trachea and larynx. As the air rushes through the larynx, it causes the vocal cords to vibrate, producing sound. The sound waves then travel through our pharynx or throat, where they're modified by the pharynx muscles. These muscles can tense or relax the throat muscles to change the shape of the pharynx and modify the sound waves. The sound waves then pass through the mouth, where they're further modified by the tongue, teeth, and lips. These structures can change the shape of the oral cavity and modify the sound waves to produce different speech sounds. Finally, the sound waves travel through the nasal cavity and out through the nostrils. The nasal cavity is a resonating chamber that can amplify and modify the sound waves, giving our voice its unique tone quality. So now you know the anatomy of sound production and how it works in the human body. I hope you enjoyed learning about this amazing process. If you want to learn more about the human body or other topics, just search for them here. We've got tons of videos to choose from. Or if you've got a question about the human body or anything science related, just ask away in the comments below. We'll be glad to answer any questions you have. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.